So here's a video of this KX80 with a 94 Honda XR 100 motor in it. Just show you some of the custom work done to it. So here's how the exhaust is routed. These are designed for the rear tire to bottom out against the fender, so you're probably limited to around 8 inches of travel before the tire hits the muffler. Maybe with a thinner muffler and heating the exhaust or cutting it, you could reroute it. But it does look kind of neat how it's curved, and the bike isn't that loud. The foot brake lever was routed underneath the foot peg. Usually it goes over the foot peg. You have to remove the foot peg to start it if you're going to kick start it. I just have a cotter key in it. So you pull the cotter key out and the foot peg and then start it and put the foot peg back on. The kickstart lever is held on with JB welds. You know, if you ever came up with a better solution, you can always just chip the JB weld off with a chisel and a hammer. It's got a custom-made manifold. Here's what one of the welds look like. This frame had black paint on it from about halfway to the frame forward. I removed all the black paint to look at all the welds, and all the welds look pretty decent. I will leave it unpainted for a while to see how the welds are holding. This frame was cut and bent forward. It looks like the piece was added right here. Or maybe the frame wasn't bent forward. Maybe it just bent down. It looks like the stock fuel tank didn't fit, so a fuel tank was made for it. I put gas in it. It holds about half a gallon. The exhaust was custom made. So the rolling chassis looks like it was hardly ever used. The rims have no rock chips in it, and the fenders have no abrasions underneath the fenders from rocks. The front fender was cut. Looks like it didn't fit. Probably just the mounting of the coil. The stickers are a little beat up. This chassis, they either took the motor out or they blew the motor right away. I think this chassis was just wheeled around and it got banged up just from neglect. It does have some scratches under these stickers. There's a scratch under here. This is a painted swing arm. There's a scratch under here and under this sticker. So it looks like the shock was removed, and just by messing with the shock it got scratched. Seat has no damage. Here's some of the sticker. And it's pretty good, but it's not brand new. This manifold cone is just a piece of sheet metal taped up. with aluminum tape with the air cleaner on it. The bike does seem to be geared a little low. I've never had an XR100, but it probably does about 40 or 45. The front tire still has the nubbies on the side of some of the knobs, just to show how many miles are on the chassis. The front discs have no grooves in them from normal brake use. When the bike is running, there seems to be a pinhole leak in the manifold, so that would have to be tracked down. If you have a welder, you could put a tack on it or use JB weld when it's dry. Here's the fuel filter. It still has a petcock, so you can turn the fuel on and off. It's bolted to the bottom of the metal fuel tank. It has Answer fat bars on it, new grips. The roost block for the front fork is broken right here. I just put a little dab of JB weld to make sure it wouldn't be lost when you ride it. Okay.